Okay, congratulate Duke on the win. I thought they played very well. They had great energy and intensity. They executed. Clearly they were better tonight. Obviously want to apologize for what happened. We've dealt with that, and I know David feels terrible. So glad that Wendell is fine. That's the last thing that we want to have happen in a game like this. But again, give them credit. Their kids just played very good basketball, and we struggled, I thought, at times to guard them in the second half. I thought we wore down. They just physically overpowered us at times, and we didn't have a good night shooting the ball. Our guards, we made threes when we beat them, when we fought them at their place. But here we didn't make shots, and then that put more pressure on us, and they just executed very well down the stretch in the second half. We had two good runs to get it to 6, had the building going, and we just weren't strong enough defensively to keep the game close.
Having David come and apologize to Coach K before he left the court, did you kind of try to use that as like a teaching moment for him?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we take a lot of pride in how we do things in our program, from how we play to who we are on and off the court. And so it was certainly a situation. The ironic thing is the same play happened to David in the game against North Carolina. He got fouled hard, and there was a flagrant one. And so, he just had that happen to him, and I thought he got hurt. So he was, very emotional with it. He's a very competitive player, and I think he thought he got fouled on the play down there, and so he's fighting like crazy to get back into play, and then he makes the wrong play. But we have a lot of respect for Coach K and Duke and their program, and the last thing we're trying to do is hurt anybody. And it's just the right thing to do is to take him over there and make sure, since he's leaving the court, that he has to stand up and apologize himself. So that's why we did it.
Brad, I know Tuesday after the game you talked about just letting guys go sometimes when they have that kind of opportunity. Just what was David's message, kind of what happened, and how much of that?
Well, we haven't talked about it a lot. I know from talking to Ben that he's already put something out on some sort of social media apologizing. The kid did it during the game. Like he feels awful. Not only does he make a bad play that puts somebody in danger, but he also isn't there for our team. So like if you're his teammate, we don't have him for the last 26 minutes, and now we need him. Like we need him to guard Trevor Keels and Griffin and the big body guys. We're out there with our little guards and guys like that. It's a problem. So he apologized to our team too for letting us down. So, but it's a teaching moment. It happens. I don't want that to be the story of the game. The story of the game should be how well Duke played. Duke played very well tonight. Their kids deserve credit for their execution, preparation, and all their hard work. And in a tough environment, they came in and played very good basketball, and pulled away from us in the last 10 minutes.
Brad, you've said several times throughout the season that clamping down defensively at key times has been a problem for your guys. When you're playing a team like Duke, is it even more?
Yeah, it is. They're so much bigger, and then obviously when you don't have David out there, it's another body, and we're just, we're short right now. We've got Hunter hurt, and you lose David, and then you're going against that kind of talent and execution, and they're playing at a high level, playing with confidence, getting the ball where they want it, and, physically you wear down a little bit. I thought, we had a couple guys that looked tired, and, I called a timeout one time. I thought we were just exhausted. But that hasn't been a strength of ours. We've got to be better defensively in games to give ourselves a chance to win, especially against the top teams in our league.
How do you keep your team's head in the game, being that they got a tough game to turn around here and play another 48 hours?
Yeah, it's hard. The North Carolina loss was a gut punch. You're playing those guys head up. You got a chance to win the game, and you lose on a last play or whatnot, and then you turn around and got to play. It's hard. It's as much, there's an emotional part of it that is draining for the kids as much as just like you're physically tired. It's just, but now I would tell you that the crowd tonight played a huge part in getting our guys back energized and ready to go. Yesterday was a very tough day for our team. It was a hard day to practice. It was a hard day to be focused on Duke. We did the best we could. I thought we had some good meetings, and we walked through some things and did about 30 minutes of work on the court. and then we had a good shoot-around. But, you know, you're always worried about that, the energy. But the energy level was great in the building. We had an unbelievable turnout, and that helped tremendously. We just couldn't sustain it. You got to play well to sustain it. And, you know, when you're missing shots, you natural letdown. You know, we only had 6 turnovers, so it wasn't like we didn't execute some things. But, you know, we didn't make shots. And obviously Duke had something to do with that. But, you know, it wasn't like our guys weren't trying or executing some things. You got to finish some plays, and we weren't able to do that tonight.
Brad, Ian getting a start and getting more run out of the played.
Well, I thought he rebounded the ball very well. He had 10 defensive rebounds, you know, and that's something. He has good hands. He's a strong kid. This is a benefit of Hunter's injury as he's getting more time. And, you know, we need him to continue to play with confidence offensively. He's better than he played offensively tonight. He needed to be a little more aggressive and go make some plays. That's part we got to coach him and encourage him to believe in himself and his game. But you know, in terms of physically holding up, I thought he held up pretty well. He's going against Banchero. You know, I mean, you look at him and there's 3 inches difference and 25 pounds, and but he was able, if he got inside position, to get the defensive rebound. And you know, he's got good strength and good hands, and he's going to be a good player for us.
What's your relationship been like with Coach K over the years? And this is his last time coming into this
Yeah.
building, and just what he's been for this league in college basketball.
Yeah, I mean, we're not close personally at all, but I have a ton of respect for what he's done, and not only at Duke, but you know how he's tried to help college basketball. He's been an advocate for our sport, you know, and when you sit in meetings with him for 12 years like I have in ACC meetings, and you just listen to him talk, you know, he's very forward thinking, he's very smart. It's easy to understand why he's so good. You know, and that part of it is impressive. And then as a guy who loves basketball, you know, it's fun for me as a junkie to watch him preparation-wise, right? See what they do with his team, you know, and then try to prepare to stop it. And then watch how he does things against other teams. So that part of it as a basketball guy is fun. But just a ton of respect, like you know, most people in college basketball for all he's done for our game.
Well,
Hope he stays involved too, by the way. I hope he gets involved in a national level.
Because what went into the decision to, I guess, honor him before the game and then do the donation to the Emily K. Center?
Yeah, I talked with Graham Neff, our athletic director, about what we thought we needed to do, and I know he called around and talked to some other folks in the league. I'm sure several of the ADs spoke, and I don't know what every school did, but I think this is something that a couple schools have done for sure. I thought it was appropriate, so I don't think we needed to get him like a Clemson chair or a chair or something like that. He's fine. I don't think Coach plays a lot of golf or anything, so.
I think we'll give him a baseball bat.
Anybody else?
Coach, your backcourt's been shooting 30% from the floor since the Hunter Tyson's injury. Is this just a slump or the sign of a bigger issue?
I hope it's just a slump, you know what I mean? I think you have situations where guys are struggling at times. You just go through periods where, you know, you're making some, you're missing some. You know, Al made a bunch the other night. I think Alex hit a couple. So it's just, you know, and some of it's a product of good defense. You know, I think, you know, there are some things that change within a scouting report. When you lose a good player, there's a little more emphasis on other guys. And obviously that could be happening as well. But we got a lot of confidence in our players. They put time in the gym. They work really hard at it. So we'll be fine. Okay?